So here we are at Kettle at Westmoreland Sanctuary, and there's a lot going on just this one rock. We have some moss, we have some lichen, we have this birch tree that's growing right out of the rock, and we have these Christmas ferns. Christmas ferns are named that specific name because they're green all year round, just like a Christmas tree. So even in January, if you pull back the snow, you'll be able to see these green Christmas ferns. Over here we have the lichen, and the lichen is actually one of my favorite organisms in the whole forest because it's not an organism. It's actually two that have a symbiotic, mutualistic relationship. It consists of the algae and of a fungus. Now we all know algae grows in water, right? It needs a lot of water to grow. The fungus provides the water to the algae, and the algae performs photosynthesis, which means it gets energy from the sun, and then it gives some of that energy to the fungus. And so in that way, they both benefit from this relationship. That's why we call it a mutualistic symbiotic relationship. So the other cool thing about lichen is it's actually an indicator of the air quality. So the closer you go to the city, the less lichen and the less types of lichen you'll have. So if you come over here to Westmoreland, you have a greater diversity and you just have more lichen overall. So these ferns behind me are actually growing here because there's all of these dead leaves that have been trapped in the rock crevices over the years, and they've broken down and they've formed this really, really rich dirt. Most people, when they think about fertilizer, they tend to think of chemical fertilizers that you buy at the grocery store or maybe a gardening store if you're a gardener. But with those fertilizers, you always run the risk of over-fertilizing and actually killing the plants that you're trying to help. You can't over-fertilize with dead leaves. The other cool thing about this rock that I'm sitting on is it's actually a way for plants to avoid being overbrowsed by deer. They unfortunately will eat a lot of plants until they're extinct in a certain area. Because this rock is up so high, when plants start growing here, they're actually protected from deer. And that's one of the ways that we can save some of our really great native plants.